Please excuse. Oh, I can't even speak. Please excuse the state of my hob. Please excuse the state of my hob. It's been a long, busy day. I was at work this morning. I've been doing preparation for the Christmas craft show I'm doing tomorrow morning. Fair. Then I've just been doing some tidying up, put the kids to bed, doing some tidying up, finally getting around to the point where I feel like I can relax enough to eat. And when you're just too tired to be bothered making anything proper, you really can't beat scrambly eggs on toast, can you? So I'm going to have that. Ooh. I'm going to have my tea, and then I'm going to do a walk around the house and show you the Halloween decos, as promised, before they're going to get packed down this weekend. So that'll be it for today. I meant to take some footage of all the stuff I've been preparing earlier, but in my haste to get prepared I forgot and packed it all up. So what I'll probably do is get some shots of it in the morning once I've got it all set up. Okay, let me eat these scramblies, which are very nearly done, and then I'll get back to you once I have satisfied myself. I'm starting the Halloween decoration tour in the kitchen, in the corner where our microwave used to be, and when it went kaput, I decided not to replace it with a microwave in here. Instead I put a new microwave in the utility room, which is where I do my dyeing, because that was literally all the microwave got used for, so that made more sense. We've got some microwave mounting shelves, which I'll show you at some point when my dye studio doesn't look like a bomb's hit it. I say dye studio, I mean utility room. Anyway, this tier tray came from Ferndale Garden Centre, which is local to me, and it's got some pretties on it, and I've also got this gorgeous looking mug tree which came from Sainsbury's. It was about £8. And then on my tiered tray I've got a variety of different things. I've got a vintage jug back there and another one. My mum-in-law gave me both of those. And this lovely sort of oil slick pumpkin, which is ceramic, came from Poundland of all places. I've got an owl mug which I got from Dunelm a long while ago. Back there is a green jug. This sign in the very back that says trick or treat was from a friend of mine who brought it back from America for me. This little house with the pumpkin cut out was from Poundland. This is a tea light holder I've had for ages. This beautiful glass pumpkin was a gift from a friend, and she got that from TK Maxx. That's supposed to be inside there so it glows, look. And then these little bat lights came from Poundland as well, and I've been really happy with them. And then this is a tea light holder. Actually, I've not got that on, have I? The tea light in here. I'm not going to bother putting it on because it's not a very strong one. This is actually a ceramic pomegranate, and my sister bought me back from Crete when she went on holiday earlier this year. But it's very autumnal colours, and I thought it was very pumpkin reminiscent, and so that's in my display. And then on my mug tree, I've just got a Le Creuset mug back there, a pumpkin mug which was from Sainsbury's a few years ago. This is a Galaxy mug by Weird and Wonderful Ceramics, but I think it looks very cauldrony. And I've got another very orangey mug from Homebase, but I think it's a Habitat one. I've got an Emma Bridgewater pumpkin mug that we had. That was part of our wedding present. We had one each. And then these really cute Halloween biscuit cutters, which I think came from a shop in Cleethorpes, a cook shop in Cleethorpes, but I could be wrong. So that's my little decorative corner of the kitchen. Oh, and the lollipops, the wooden lollipops. Johnny made those. And they were table decorations at our wedding evening do. And so they come out every year. Right, I shall go on and show you the dining room next, I think. So this is my unit, my dining room unit. I'll turn the lights on in a minute so you can see it better, but I've just got some little Halloween pumpkin lights strung over there. They're battery operated LED ones. And then I've got some more of the lollies there, and also something under there as well, which I'll show you properly in a moment. And then if we come into this corner, this is a bow fronted glass cabinet here. And on top of that I've got this Victorian Christmas tree. It stays here all year round, and I'll just decorate it in different ways for the seasons. So this is what it looks like in the dark. Ooh. I'll go and turn the lights on, you can get a better... Oh, it's gone all out of focus. Hang on. So, there's a better view. That's my bow fronted glass cabinet. If you watch some of my early podcasts, you've seen that in the background when I used to sit at the table with that behind me. So I've got more of the little sweet bats from Poundland here. They're battery operated ones. These tiny little orange glass baubles were from IKEA years ago. And then these little felt decorations, the cat and the ghosty, shut up Bramble, and the pumpkins, I made those. They were the first Halloween decorations I ever made, the year after we got this tree at Christmas time. And that tree came from a shop called Pastimes, which is now closed. This is just, I don't know whether it was a jewellery tree or what. It was just plain black, and I bought that for about 50p in a charity shop. And then I got lots of Halloweeny beads and little bits of pumpkin braid and things, and decorated it all up. I super glued them all on, and it's got some little danglers and things on it as well. That sparkles prettily. Then these 5 little pumpkins all say boo in the background. They are polystyrene balls, which got squished a little bit from Hobbycraft, I think. And then Ivy and I made these when she was a little tot, and we collage papier-mâchéd the pumpkins with lots of different colours of yellow and orange, and then it's got glitter on the top of it. We painted the faces and then did the glitter and stuck the little sticks in the top. This is a Yankee Candle wax or oil melt burny thingy, but I never burn it. It reminds me of a cauldron on top of a fire, and that's why I like that so much. And then here at the front are 4 pretties. Now when it comes to Christmas you'll see more of these sweet little figures. These have all been made by my lovely friend Nicola, who is Forever Fairies on Instagram. I've talked about her before because she's done me some Fimo stitch marker charms and things. 2 witches, a ghost saying boo, and a Halloween unicorn. And the attention to detail in these figures is absolutely incredible, and they're all made out of Fimo or polymer clay. I love their little feet, and the little unicorn's face is adorable. Look at her, she's so sweet. And this little ghosty, like a little toddler dressed up for Halloween, and this witchy with her cauldron and her starry hat and dress. They're so adorable. And the children are very respectful of these, actually. They're not respectful of many things, but they do treat those. I think it's because they both love Nicola so much. And they know she's made them, and they treat the things that she's made with a lot of respect. So as I say, when I come to show you my Christmas decorations, there will be a lot more to see, because I've got a whole little house full of characters that she's made. And I collect a little bit more each year. So these are the... where's the face on this one gone? It's there. The pumpkin lights. These came from Morrison's this year. I think they were £5 or £6. We got them for primarily for Ivy's Halloween feast party to represent the floating pumpkins in the sky, in the bewitched ceiling of Hogwarts. And then up here, this is a really sweet little, like a mini treat bucket that's got a bat on it that says boo, and then on this side it says eek, and that came from a really sweet little shop in Vermont, which was where we went on our honeymoon. That's a ginger jar that a local potter made, and I've had that for years. And these two felted pumpkins, one was a design for one of the knitting magazines many years ago, and the one below it, careful, which is all hand beaded and very ornate, was actually what I made for the topper on our wedding cake. Sometime I'll try and remember to get the album out and show you. But Johnny made a golden carriage out of wood for that to sit on, and then that went on the top, and it had lots of sort of beady curly cues of wire coming out the top, so we had a pumpkin carriage on top of our wedding cake. Then this Le Creuset jug was a present from my mum-in-law one Christmas. A spooky owl here, I can't remember where that one came from, and hiding behind it is a Sadler teapot with an owl on it. These are quite rare, and I got this from an antiques market in Ashbourne when Ivy was a tinker, a tiny little tot, I think. Or it might even have been before Ivy was born. Johnny bought that for me as a gift. It stays out all the time, but it fits in really well with the decor just now. It goes away at Christmas. And then in the Le Creuset jug is a load of leafy bits and some Japanese lantern sprigs which came from Dunelm Mill, and also some sort of witches and bats and stuff on sticks, and they came out of flowers from Morrison's that Johnny's bought me over the years at Halloween time. Please stop recording. Right, now you're in our craft room, and there's not an awful lot in here, but I've just got this lovely autumn garland and a ghost which I also designed for, I think maybe Knit Now magazine. Again, I think I was pregnant with Ivy when I made that, and he's looking spooky on the picture rail, which is above the mirror, which is behind my spinning wheel. That's Betsy, and there's Rita the rescaler. Sorry about the glare from that light, but that's all I've got there. Then over here on the piano I've got these 3 ceramic items, a ghost, a pumpkin and a witch's hat. Now they do have a gap for you to put a tea light in the back, and I think they were from Poundland about 5 years ago or something. This is a pumpkin, a ceramic pumpkin that you can put a candle inside, and that's from Party Light, who do who do candle parties in the UK, and well, I think they do them in the States as well actually. And then it's really dark. Let me just put the big light on for a minute. There we go. These are on top of the piano. These 3 little treat buckets, they were arranged in a much nicer fashion. I've just realised how wonky they look now. They've been fiddled with a lot. And then this is just some of the cheapo, it might have been from Wilko, that tinsel with pumpkins in. Over here, excuse the washing, this is real life after all, is a witchy, she's a felt witch, and she folds up, which is really good for storing. Again, I can't remember exactly, but she might have been Wilko. And then this bunting, which goes right across the archway, is some that I crocheted years ago. And it's got these really sweet sparkly buttons on it. Here's our mantelpiece. You can't see it very well. Hello, there I am in my pyjamas. Oh dear. No, let's put the light on so you can see these things better. There we go. So more bunting that I crocheted up there. The little face parts of the pumpkins aren't crocheted, they were stitched on from black felt afterwards. And then this is my Witch Wanda. That's a Jean Greenhow pattern. I'm sure I don't really need to tell you that. And she's got a little cauldron made of crocheted black sparkly lurex. And she's got hair the same colour as Ivy's hair was when she was a baby, and more or less the same colour my hair is at the moment. Then on my mantelpiece, I've got electronic candles in these. That's a ceramic pumpkin that I think I got from the range a few years ago. There's two of these little tin witches, and they were another Party Lights find, I think. These are Party Light pillar candles, and they are in the Smell Hocus Pocus, which is gorgeous. This is a Home Bargains find the other year, 2 years ago maybe. Yes, I think it was, because it's when we went to Bournemouth in Scotland on holiday in the Borders. There's my other Witchy Woo. And then this was a Marks and Spencer's. Was it? You're going to focus? Yeah, Marks and Spencer's. And it plays, I think it's the theme tune from Tales of the Unexpected, and it has bats flying around. I'll wind it up in a minute and show you. And then this little Witchy Woo here, I don't know the name of the person who made her, but she was made by someone local and sold in one of the local shops in town. That's it playing. And that owl back there is the first thing I ever bought from Party Light, and he stays out all the time. I do put him away at Christmas again, but I left him out because I thought he was very appropriate. Here's just like one of those foamy hanging things. I think Ivy put that there. I couldn't decide where to put it. Only a cheapo do, really. And then this I bought in New York and brought it home in my case, and it says come in, or I can do this, stay out. And the cat's head has actually fallen off, and it's meant to be on a spring and sticking out, but it stopped. I had to just shove it on there, and the eyes move in the pumpkin. And then on the back of the door into the front room is this pentagram wreath type thing, which I made some years ago now. And it's just like weird grey cobwebby stuff, bits of tulle netting, ballerina stuff, crocheted shapes, ribbons, and then this really sparkly black fabric in the shape of bats. I really like that. And then, excuse the mess on the windowsill, but in the front room window, this is going to be one of my projects. I'll show you the knitting look very briefly. There's my stash. Well, some of it at least. That needs serious reorganisation. But anyway, we're not looking at that. We're looking at Halloween decorations. These like weird gel light things I got off of Amazon years ago, when we were living at our old house, and that we moved here 7 years ago. So I think this little tinsely pumpkin with a witch's hat came probably from Wilko's. All these little baubles are just purple Christmas baubles that I bought, and then bought them in the sale in January, and then I sort of decorated them all with Halloweeny sequins and some of that Peebo relief paint, and made spiders and things like that. And then this was from Wilko's. It's like blowing out a little bit. It's got very bright fairy lights inside it. See if I come back a little bit, if that's any better. Yeah, I've had to replace the set of lights inside this once, because I've had it that long. I bought it in the October that Ivy was born, so it's 10 years old. And as I say, I've replaced the lights inside it once. But I hope that I'll always be able to use it because I love it so much. This is my dresser in the hall, and I can't get back far enough to get it all in view because I've got all of the stuff behind me that I'm taking tomorrow to the craft market fair. But I've just got some orange fairy lights that came from, I think they were from Poundland, and then some sparkly garland with pumpkins on that came from Dunelm Mill. I've got a very sad looking owl whose legs are broken. He came from the range. My dolly vases are from Next. They stay here all the time, and they've got sunflowers at the moment for autumn. And then down here are some purple glass tea light holders with the electronic candles in them. This is a really gorgeous pumpkin candle that smells delicious, and it came from a little independent shop in Bakewell in Derbyshire many years ago called Chalet, and it's shut now. And then this gorgeous acorn jar was a gift from my friends this year for my birthday, and it's from Laura Ashley. I've turned the light on now because you could not see this at all, but here's a wreath that I made a few years ago with more of those leaves and pretty flowers and things, and some jingle bells, which were a Christmas decoration. And I bought them, well, it was 3 decorations, and I put them together because they were Halloween colours, saved them. I do that quite a lot, and I think they came from Dunelm Mill. And then this is a wreath that Ivy and I made when she was a little tot, and it's just one of the polystyrene wreath forms from Hobby Craft, I think. And then it was a massive bag of Halloween pom-poms and some googly eyes, and we just stuck them all on with craft glue. But I think it looks really fun. And I've just remembered one thing in the dining room I forgot to show you. Here's something I forgot to show you on my lovely unit. This was the first piece of furniture that Johnny and I ever bought. So that's like a little treat tin that Ivy and I decorated when she was a tinker to give out sweeties for her birthday, and more of the lollies. And then back there is another dish which my friends bought me again because they know me so well. And that's like a pumpkin. And that's another Laura Ashley bit. And then this is a really cool thing. I mainly use it at Christmas, but I fancied putting something on it for Halloween. And it's like this sort of a lily pad thing, and it's got all these different pads at different heights and different sizes. And that was another party light thing. It was reduced in the sale. I think I got it for £10 or £15. And I've just got a few little tea light holders on it, and a pumpkin that came from TK Maxx there. So that concludes the tour of my Christmas. No, if it were Christmas I'd still only be in the first room, trust me. The tour of my Halloween decorations. They'll be going away this weekend, so I hope you enjoyed it. It's me and my Jim Jams again. In bed now, thank goodness. I'm absolutely exhausted. I just thought I'd show you this, which was a nail varnish that I bought myself. I think it might have been last Christmas. And this is from the Indie Nail Varnish Company. Well, the company is Graceful Nail Polish. And I bought it from the online shop called Rainbow Connection. They sell lots of different indie nail varnishes. As you know, being an indie maker myself, I like to support indie makers too. And this is actually a Christmas colour, and it's called Childhood Wonder, which I think is an absolutely lovely name. I've had to cut my nails really short. Look, that one's so short that you can actually, it's almost back to the quick, but they were so weak and broken. Oh, focus, there we go. Still got it round, look, got it on the end of my thumb there. That'll come off when I have a shower and wash my hair in the morning. They're so weak and broken, I just had to chop them right back. But yeah, I really like this colour. It's like a champagne gold background with green and red glittery sparkles in it, and then some like micro glitter in silver or gold. So that is in aid of the fact that we're going to the Christmas market tomorrow. So I'm just going to watch a little bit of YouTube, not very much, just something calm and relaxing. I'm going to knit a bit more on my dad's mitt. That first mitt should hopefully get finished tomorrow. I'm on the rib at the top, and then I've just got the thumb to do, and I can get on with those. I really want him to have them because his hands are so cold. I was making them for Christmas, but Mum said he's really bothered about the fact that he needs more. I think I've already told you this. So I'm going to give them to him as soon as they're finished. And that's in a project bag that I bought a few years ago from Bakewell Wool Gathering by Quince Pie, I think is the name of the company. And I believe the lady that makes them is the mum of the lady who runs the Hilltop Cloud company, who makes spinning fibre and yarn and things. So I think I'm going to sign off for tonight, and hopefully I'll have some interesting things to show you at the fair tomorrow. Okay, sit tight, bye.